welcome to the Aquatic Morning Show.
Good morning!
Where us go to be in the know on your Aquatic Morning Show. And I have got Eric with me today to help me co-host as we got people rolling up in here on this TGIF Friday. But it is also Friday the 13th. No,
It's Friday the first of the month.
First of the month. Yes. It's first of the month. The reason I said that is because I had a black cat cross me. I am house sitting for the guy I used to keep my cattle with, the old man I used to keep my cattle with down there, and I'm house sitting watching for them while they're gone, and his son. They live on the same property, but it's, like on two ends of the property per se. And,
right.
But, they have a wild black cat there, and that sucker run in front of me. I'm not normally a superstitious person, but I was like, no, come on, no. Then I knock over my coffee, and then I piss off my dad and my son. So I'm like, okay, all right, we got to turn this around because it's not looking very good.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, my grandma, if she ever spilled salt, she had to throw salt over her left shoulder.
Yep.
And then she was superstitious about walking under ladders, opening an umbrella inside the house.
We don't have umbrellas, so that one I wouldn't do. What about a yellow shirt? Wearing yellow shirts?
No, I had yellow lighters when I was a teenager. Never wanted to have a yellow lighter because you were going to get arrested by the police. I know. It's weird.
That's different. That one I haven't heard of. I haven't heard of that one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I'm not normally that superstitious, walking on cracks and stuff like that.
Yeah, break your mother's back.
Yep. But this one this morning, it was just like, really? Really?
Meow.
Well, let me run through the good mornings to everybody that's rolling up in here this morning. Miss Lori, my best mod ever. Mr. Levi's back again this morning. Good morning, Miss Buddy Viper, the Nano Aquarium guy, Michael Long and the Long Family Show, the Garden of Eder. Good morning, you guys. Sharpie. We don't get to see Sharpie all the time anymore.
I know. I love John.
I wish that I could catch more on Saturdays because he makes me laugh so much. Mm-hmm. You and him. Oh my gosh, if I could put you two in a room together and
I'd love to go on his screen.
That would be awesome.
Oh man, yeah, I am out of it this morning.
Y'all would have, yeah, definitely. Pepling, what's up, Pepling? Good morning. Gina's Reef, good morning, lady. You're welcome up here if you don't have to go to work. Miss Dee Dee, of course you're welcome up here anytime. You know that.
We love Dee Dee.
She's probably not even dressed.
Perfect. Come on.
USL Services. Good morning. Good to see you back.
Got Scruffy City Aquatics.
Scruffy City. Good morning. Oh, of course it jumps. Susan Wood O'Connor. Look at you on the book. Yeah. Don't know what that means, but okay.
Ben Backstrom.
Yellow shirts attract wasps and other bugs. Okay.
I know you're not supposed to wear yellow in the ocean because sharks, it's like something like yummy yellow or something like that. You're never supposed to wear yellow in the ocean.
Oh. Miss Susan Wood, that's Susie Q. Mm-hmm. That's Susie Q. She coming through the Facebook side. Y'all can't see
Oh
it on the YouTube
no.
side, I guess. But yeah, she came through the Facebook side. And that's what she meant. She said, look at you on the book. Yep, we've been on the book for a really long time. Long time. Ben Backstrom. Merrick.
Oh, you were right. Dee Dee's not dressed.
She stayed up till 4. Don't you pull to me. Except
Oh
I've
man.
not done that in almost a week. I say that. I stayed up pretty late one night, but that was over the weekend. Trying to get this damn gum landscaping job finished that I thought I would finish yesterday, and they added on some sod work, and I don't want to do sod work. I hate laying sod.
Now, do you have to remove anything? Because that's what I had, the sod cutter where you had to cut out.
Yeah.
I used to work lawn and landscape where you actually had to cut out the yard. That was
that
awful.
That does suck. But no, I'm actually filling in a hole and throwing down some sod on top of it in the backyard. That it just is unsightly. And they've got, they're putting it up for sale. So that's, I was going to take some pictures to show you guys, and it got too dark for me to take any pictures last night because I was also working on the irrigation. And by that time, my feet are soaking wet. You know, I just slosh every time I walk.
Squeeze.
Yeah. And my feet were pruny and had been pruny for hours. I was not in a good mood. And I was like, well, I'll get some pictures today and then I'll show on Monday or put them on the community page or something. But I will finish it today and maybe be off for the 4th. I'm supposed to go to the lake tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm going to or not.
Yep. We got invited to my wife's friend's cabin like an hour away for tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to go play in the lake. They have a pontoon boat. So.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Where my daughter is a mermaid. She loves the water.
Yeah.
My son, he likes to splash.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to get in the water. Like he'll go up to his knees and everything like that, or he'll sit down where his chest is, above the water. But actually getting in the water, hates it. Ava is just like, get me in my water. It's like she wants to sleep in her water wings so that she can immediately jump into the pool when she wakes up.
Sweet. That's a girl.
Yeah. So I don't know. I had a horrible uncle who would throw me in the lake. Like I hate seaweed. I hate, like, if I'm in a lake, anything touching me or anything like that, I rock it out of the water.
Yeah, me too. I don't. In fact, I do not let my feet down. I make sure that I'm like this. I keep my butt down. I could lose a little butt. I don't want to lose a toe or a foot.
Right, and I forget there's like a phobia of like water you can't see the bottom of or something like that, like murky water, like people who are afraid of that.
And that's what our water is. Our water is black water down here.
Right.
So
it's safe up here. So unless it's like a spring-fed lake or something like that up north, but there's seaweed everywhere, so I just freak out. But they have like this floating like mat, like you can swim out to and hang out and everything like that. So I'm gonna try to like put my son on my back or something like that and swim him out there, because then he gets sad. He's like, oh, everybody's out at the mat, nobody wants to hang out with me. So there's that. But oh my gosh, my vacation, Jess, my vacation. How many miles do you think I drove? Mind you, I love driving. I absolutely love driving.
1,200.
Higher.
3,000.
Lower.
2,000.
Higher. It's 2,475.9 miles I drove from Monday last week, 11 a.m. to Friday at 9 p.m.
Wow.
So like we just went the Michigan Upper Peninsula. We just went all over the place. Chasing waterfalls. Like I'm going to be posting waterfalls on my YouTube channel.
Oh, sweet.
So we went to Bond Falls, which is crazy. It's huge and it's fast. and then Canyon Falls, which I highly, highly, highly recommend.
Now, do
It's
you have to hike to these waterfalls?
kind of, sort of, not really. Like the Bond Falls, you did have to walk down a little bit, probably like 1,000 feet, so
Ooh.
not that far, like a fifth of a mile. And then Canyon Falls was probably like a quarter of a mile hike, and not that up and down of terrain, but it was rough terrain. Like there
Yeah.
was craggy rocks and everything else, but it wasn't too bad. And the Canyon Falls, I mean, this needs to be on your bucket list
Yeah.
because it's like it's the Michigan Grand Canyon, but it's this river had cut its way through bedrock.
What's it called?
Canyon Falls in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It is gorgeous. I mean, I cannot put into words like the prehistoric feelings that I got when I went, like literally like I was transported back to the Triassic. Like it was nuts. Like and like I have videos that like you can see and hear what was going on, but you couldn't like feel the rocks and literally smell, like it's like somebody just dumped pine sol just everywhere because there's just so many cypress and pine trees and everything, and it's just a magical, magical place where this gorge is cut like 30 to 50 feet into the earth. That's it. But
Okay.
I'll have more on my video. Like that's the actual falls, but then the gorge like wraps around behind it and everything. So where the water goes.
Kind of like that. Is that the gorge?
I think so.
Let's see.
Yes, that is the gorge. Like, I mean, I cannot tell you how insignificant I felt standing in there. It was just so unbelievably cool. And I'm, you could call me Ric Flair because I'm a nature boy. Woo! But many of you like the wrestling or whatnot. But like, oh gosh, we did not listen to TLC. We chased so many waterfalls. And it was so fun just driving around.
And I love that song too.
And so we just drove around on Tuesday looking for waterfalls and lighthouses. We hit 5 lighthouses and like 6 different waterfalls in one day. It was amazing. There were record highs, so it was like in the 90s.
Oh wow!
So
yeah,
so it's crazy. So at our cabin on Lake Superior, it's right on the lake, so it's like, oh, it's like a nice 70 or something like that. But you drive 200 feet, walk 200 feet inland, and it's like the humidity just hits you right in the face to 90 degrees. And unfortunately, because of the increased heat and the UP had a mild winter.
Okay.
All they had a mild spring, I should say. The biting flies, the black flies, horse flies, deer flies, mosquitoes, all were out 2 weeks early.
The no-see-ums.
Oh my gosh. So they usually hatch the first 2 weeks of July. And I made sure to be 2 weeks before, that happens, because I did my research on when these flies are happening and everything, because people like on the Facebook groups are like, these flies destroyed my vacation. We couldn't go outside. We couldn't move. Like, so I'm like, okay, let's try to make sure we get there beforehand. Well, they had a mild spring, so the hatch was two weeks early. So literally, we get there on the first day of the hatch and everything, and we're right by the mouth of a river, our cabin. So of course, like all the larvae is just getting flown down straight to our face, and the flies were bad. You just had to wear pants and everything like that.
Sometimes them suckers can bite you through your pants.
Yes, they can, and through your socks. They're so smart. They land on your socks where you can't feel them land on you, and they go in between the fabric, and all of a sudden, a chunk of my splash is missing. Or so that was super annoying. But Wednesday, we drove like all the way on the other side of the Upper Peninsula to look for rocks. So I'm really into rocks now, trying to find different minerals like agate. There's Lake Superior agates, which are super cool. I didn't get to find any though. Or euperlite, which is a rock that glows under UV light. It glows orange. So you go out at night with a UV flashlight and try to find them. Because of the flies and everything like that, I didn't get to do too much of it. But there's always next year and everything like that. Or I could go up sometime this year. But and then Thursday we went west. We went as far west in Michigan as you can possibly go, like west of Chicago and everything like that. And so yeah, and so we literally saw the entire, like I have a picture of like the Welcome Center in Ironwood, Michigan. And it's like the little itty bitty tip of Michigan, and then I'm all the way down. Like I live all the way down here, but I'm all the way up here. So we had a great time, and then we got to take Gina to some wineries and do some taste testing, do some shopping, and everything. But then Friday, I'm like, hey, we're going back the way we came. We might as well stop and get some more rocks. So we stopped, and I wanted to build an escape out of rhyolite polyphony or amygdala. I'm just getting into geology.
Yeah,
so
I'm lost. Now, my sister with geodes, I mean, that's right up her alley. Right. But I'm lost when it comes to all of the different ones. I'm just like, that one's pretty. That one's pretty. That one's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny because last year I went to the UP too for like a day, and that's where we got really addicted to it. And I was like, oh my God, I found this really cool rock. It's so cool. Look how cool this rock is. And then I look it up. It's like rhyolite polyphony found everywhere. It's like that. But, I'm like, this is a really cool looking rock. It's red with quartz crystals in it. And I'm like, this would actually be a pretty cool escape rock. So I went on Friday and got a ton of rhyolite, because in Michigan, you can only collect 25 pounds per person off of rocks off of a public beach. But if you're on a private beach like I was, where I was staying, you can get as many rocks as you want. So I loaded up on a bunch of rocks at my cabin, but they weren't the rhyolite that I wanted. So I was like, crap, I can only get 25 pounds. And I'm like, Gina's here. Gina, I'm going to use your 25-pound limit as well. She's like, okay.
That's right. And the kids could have gotten 100.
Well, they didn't come, so I didn't want to.
Oh, dang.
There are, I don't want to say there's like rock catchers or rock police or whatnot. But people have been made, if they have over the limit, they got to dump their whole bucket out and everything like that. So I didn't want to do that because I had a bunch of private land rocks. And it's not like there's, a label on each rock, like, oh, this came from a state park. Oh, this came from private land. So if I have over the limit and they go in my car and like, oh, hey, there's 50 more pounds over here. What's going on here? So I didn't want to skirt the law too close. So I made sure I got some nice big ones for the base of the build and everything like that. But I cannot wait to use Lake Superior rocks in my aquarium. And I already did the muriatic acid test, to see if it messes with the chemistry of my water, and it didn't.
Right. So. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What about the different minerals or whatever that they leach into or would they leach?
Right. It's like a granite, so it's really inert. It's not gonna
very dense, so it doesn't leak out much.
Gina's Reef forgot that my wife's name was Gina, and she was very confused for a second. Yes, Gina, we had a wonderful time on our vacation. Creepy. But yeah, then
Aqua, good morning. Sky Dancer, good morning. Hi, you guys. Fish Dreams. Well, real quick. Yesterday at the end of the show, because Whips World loves doing this to me, and Only Oscars also did it. We had 2 super chats right at the end of yesterday's stream, and one Whips World was $20, and Only Oscars was $9.99. So we need to have a little dance for them real fast.
You don't.
Greg Good morning, Greg. It's so funny. You keep dancing.
Yeah. And Peplin, I was in Wisconsin for the briefest of moments because we were in Ironwood. I told my wife, I'm like, I might as well go into Wisconsin and come back in. So we literally went into Wisconsin. I forget the U.S. road there, but we went into Wisconsin, turned around, came back in. Did the first turnaround, came back in.
We did that in Mexico when we drove down to South Texas. I mean, we were so far down there. It was like, why not?
dip your toe in.
Right? Just to say we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say we've been there.
Oh my
So
God.
what are your July 4th plans?
We're going to the lake tomorrow, and then Sunday. See, this is the problem. So my wife would always get mad at me because I would never remember things or like events that we had planned. She's like, "You don't care about me." I'm like, "No, I'm just horrible. Remember?" So she made a calendar out of a whiteboard. You know, you draw the lines and then horizontal, make the weeks, and so everything's written on there, and so I can, make sure we don't double plan things, and I can write like, oh, I have a fish swap coming up, and June 5th or something like that. So now today's the 1st, and the calendar isn't updated, so I have no idea what we're doing for the weekend because my wife is a very outgoing person. She's super. She's super social. I'm more of a, I want to stay here in the house and go out. Like, all right, I'll go out. Right. But she's like, oh my gosh, I need to go out everywhere and do everything. So she, put together this calendar and everything. So I don't exactly know what's going on for the Sunday or Monday. Monday, I think we might be going over to my parents for a barbecue, but Sunday, I have no idea. But what are you up to? What are you doing?
Oh, well, so we've been invited to go to the lake tomorrow. That's all going to depend on me finishing this job today. Mm-hmm. And then on the 4th, we are supposed to be going back to the lake. And then afterwards, just right down the road, like literally on our road, they're going to be doing a big, huge South Bossier fireworks thing. So, like, I don't even have to leave the house. I can see it from my back porch.
Nice.
And but Joe wants to go down there because there's a lot of people we know down there, and hang out and listen to the music and eat from all the different little pull-up bands, that serve food, and so that's what we're supposed to be doing. But the next weekend, we're going somewhere up in Arkansas to float in tubes down this
lazy river.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never done that before.
Oh, it's so unbelievably fun.
Really?
It's so fun. Where what you want to do is you want to get one of those styrofoam coolers.
Okay.
And, in the corner, hitch a line to it. Cut a hole into it so you can hitch a line. That way you can just drag your beers behind you in the inner tube where you just float it down. So like some people tie, all their tubes together. Some people just go solo and everything, but it's just, they have it here in Michigan where they usually have a bus. You put through all your tubes on top of the bus. They drive you to the starting point. They drop you off and they say, hey, it's going to take 45 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours for you to float unimpeded down this river back to where, we pick you up, or where the lodge is where you rented your tube or something like that. So yeah, well, and it's funny because with rivers they go like this. So like you can drive 5 minutes, but it's going to take you 3 hours to float down. You like get around all the turns and corners and everything and get back to where.
Depending on how long. I wonder how long it's going to take us.
Mm-hmm. But it's so much fun. Make sure you have a hat, sunscreen, because a lot of times rivers there's not cover over the river, so it's just blazing sun down. I had one year I turned into as Peplin will call me, a lobster.
A lobster.
I did not bring sunscreen or a hat. I was so bright red it matched my beard.
So this is the tube that I have. I've had it because I don't like my feet in the water, and so when we go to the lake, this is my tube.
Got a cooler.
And it does have a cooler, but That's where I put like my phone and my
Ah.
cigarettes, all the other crap I've got to have with me. So
Do
we're
you have
gonna
a waterproof
get,
case?
yeah, we're gonna get another little thing to drag with us.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect.
yeah.
But
So, but yeah,
that
I've
is
had that, so now I'll actually get to really put it to the use that we're supposed to. And then this little other one that's up here,
mhm,
or maybe this one.
mhm.
I need to get one for Landon if Landon goes. And so I need to be able to attach him to us.
Right. Tie off, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And so I may just go ahead and grab that one, and that way he's part of us, and it's all the
Oh,
same.
it's got
But I
beer
got to get a
tubes.
little cooler to go with it.
See, those are the fanciest tubes I've ever seen, because
Oh,
the ones that you rent, because we
yeah.
wouldn't bring our own, but the ones
Now,
you rent from the shop are just like yellow with 2 black handles, and that's
yeah.
it.
Now this is a little cooler.
No, there you go.
Yeah, that might. I don't necessarily need the cup holders though. Maybe there's something else that's not as big.
Mhm.
But yeah. So that's what we're doing. And I've never done it before, so it's
Oh,
it's
it's so
going to
fun.
be. And I wish it was in white water though, or
No,
water
you
that.
don't. No, you don't.
Why?
Those tubes will get flipped like like that in white water. Those are so
Really?
unstable. Oh yeah. Well, again, all my experiences are with the cheap yellow, like not the dual
Uh
floating
huh.
ones. Might be a little bit more stable and everything like that, but it's just so much fun, just lazily going down the river. Like, I'm a birder, I love nature, so around every turn there's a new bird, or kingfishers are flying into the creek or something like that. So I love it just because you get to see everything. My wife loves it because she gets to get just wasted, just on the river with all her friends. Exactly, lay it out in the sun and just get cooked. Yeah, she loves getting tan, so she just gets cooked. But
Well,
if you did,
I'm tan. I don't burn anymore. So once I burn at the beginning of the season, or I'll go tan so that I don't burn the first of the season. Then
well,
let me trying to turn
yeah, we're having
it.
fun. Woo!
I'm just one of the images, but
Commercial fun.
yeah. Anyway, there's a little floating thing. We were gonna just rent a tube for Landon, but I don't. I'm gonna get that one that matches mine
Mhm.
to go with it.
Yeah, and the ones that you rent don't have tie offs too. You got to tie it to the handle
Ah,
sometimes too, so that would always end up getting untied, or
yeah.
somebody would break off, and we do like the Titanic Jack, no, come back. And we would do kayaks in like the faster moving
Yeah.
rivers and
Uh-huh.
whatnot. So my wife, my poor wife. So if you want to go left, you have to you have to swing right. So if you want to go
Right.
right, you have to swing left.
Yeah.
Or like go backwards. So my wife, I'm like, do you understand? She's like, I'm a big girl, Eric. You don't have to tell me how to do this. I know how to do this. Like, okay, not a problem. So we get in the water. Everybody starts going. 2 minutes. I turn around, and we had just gone around a corner. I turn around, and Gina's not there. You guys seen Gina? Like, so somebody else comes up. She's like, yeah, she's turned around in the sticks. And I go, oh, turned around in a branch on the side. I turn around, power, against the current, back up. Gina, are you okay? Leave me alone. I'm fine. How do you see it? Trying to get out from the branches because
Oh
the current's
no.
pushing you
Yeah.
into these branches, and so she's not getting the steering right and everything like that. So it was super funny.
Oh
What
no.
I'm like, you want to, try with your left if you want to go right. I understand you got to go backwards. And I'm like, well, you get more pull if you go, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, just leave me alone. And I'm like, all right, fine. So I paddle back to the main group. 5 minutes later, Gina catches back up. She's like, you left me to die. And I'm like, well, you told me to leave you alone.
I'd have done the same thing. I'd have done the same thing.
I listened. I get
really
trouble for not listening.
it.
Right. I get in trouble for listening. I get in trouble for listening. I get in trouble for not listening.
Yeah. Right.
Brennan. Hello, Brennan.
Brennan, yeah, and Papa Shrimp. Good morning.
I love shrimp.
I love shrimp. Yep.
Oh man, but
EJ, good morning. Trying to make sure I got everybody in here. And I got a little thing up here at the top that says some destinations won't get comments. So I don't know really what that means. I think that probably means like the way that it hits Twitter and this
Discord?
No. What's the other one? Twitter and
Instagram?
No, whatever else I stream on. Facebook. It sends a tweet out on Twitter.
Oh,
YouTube
Twitch.
And Twitch. But Twitch does get messages, and so does Facebook. Facebook don't get these comments, so unless you're watching, then you can comment. I don't know.
I just work here.
Anyway, right?
Oh my gosh! And so when I did get back from vacation and back to my work, how I got a new job, not doing a bunch of stuff. Somebody left the company. So now they're like, hey, Eric, you're not in the direct sell position anymore. Is it okay if you direct sell and do your other job? So now it's back in the game, baby. But yeah, it sucks because I probably won't be able to join you as often now. Because I get sucked into these meetings or...
Well, maybe they'll get somebody else hired.
Nope.
No.
He's already said we're not backfilling this position because we're already halfway. Well, it's July, but our fiscal year starts November 1st and ends October 31st. So, he's just like, yeah, we're just gonna roll with it for the rest of the year. Everything. So. But luckily, I will be getting compensated more if I close more. So my salary won't be, changed. But since I'm a partner person, I only get paid on partner deals. But since I'm covering a direct sale person, if I sell directly, I have to apply for commission on a opportunity that I close. So if I close a direct sell, I just have to, my sales letter isn't set up to where I automatically get that commission. I have to actually go in there and be like, pay me for that. So that's a little bit of a bonus. So, the harder I work, the more you earn.
There you go. Ain't that true? It's like how the more you overwork.
Yeah.
The more you get paid for just a little work.
The more you ignore your family, the more you get paid.
Exactly. Only Oscars, good morning. It's good to see you. And Sky Dancer, good morning to you. Akins, good morning. And Mississippi Hippie, Miss Sherry, good morning to you too.
Sherry.
Take a... What? Sharpie, what the heck?
What do you do?
Y'all are being dirty.
John, no.
Right. Kodo, good morning.
So I have a bunch of stuff. Oh, and when I left too, so my parents were staying with my kids didn't come on vacation, so my parents stayed here with them. And it's great for my dog and my fishes and everything like that. Except last year when they did it, my dad overfed way too much of the krill flake food, and I had a huge algae explosion. So I was only gone for 4 days. I fed him Monday morning before I left. I said, I'm coming back Friday night. Don't feed him.
Yeah.
I'll be back. And I have an auto doser, but I haven't set it up. I'm terrified of it. Like
Okay.
somehow flooding my house. Tell that puppy. No singing the song of you people. So I just put a little bit of fertilizer like in water bottles and was like, hey, dump these in on a Wednesday. Should be good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I didn't measure right or whatnot, but I have just a huge explosion of blackbeard algae. So I'm thinking my dad because my dad used to have aquariums and he used to raise Mbuna cichlids back, in the 70s.
Back when we pulled everything out of the tank and scrubbed it real hard, made sure all the gravel was real clean.
Literally with soap and water. Yep.
With soap and bleach.
Oh God. So I told him like, don't feed him, don't do anything. He like for some reason blackbeard algae just boom exploded. Like my back of my 65 is just all black, and I'm like, what the fuck did he do?
Right?
Did he feed too much again? Did he do something? I don't know, and I don't really want to push it because Lord knows, he's doing it for free and everything like that. So I have some work cut out. Maybe Sunday if we're not doing anything, I can apply for 2 or 3 hours. I can de-algify my tanks, get some hydrogen peroxide and spray them. Gina!
Good morning.
Good morning.
My wife.
Our vacation was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yes, we had a wonderful time.
Wonderful time.
I'll never forget on Steven's stream where he was like, "Oh, hey Eric, you got to see if you get Gina to come up and play the Newlyweds game." And like you would chat like, what?
I was like, what? My partner's name's Nathan, not Eric. What are you talking about?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. But
so what is that? Three Ginas in the fish fam now?
Yeah.
You're Gina. I forgot the other last name. Yeah. Anyway, go on. Sorry for interrupting.
And there's Regina Phalanges too.
Yeah.
She's Phalanges. But yeah, it's and then my wife on the other hand will be walking around and so it'd be like, "Hi Gina," in a stream, and she'll be like, "What? Oh, me?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?" Like, no.
Chattanooga Ed. Hey Ed.
Good morning, Ed.
Great. And Fish Central, good morning. Good to see you. Hello. That's an old saying for when your boss dumps a bunch of extra work on you. Wait. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not saying the rest of that, but that's funny. Yeah.
So do you guys like my shirt? I wore for my check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Right, Rex.
My wife made it for
me. Yes.
That's cute. I need that shirt.
She knows my puns.
Yeah.
She is on the front line of my pun assault. So like I test out all my puns on her, and if she groans, that's where it's like A+.
It's good. That's a good one. Yeah. I do that with my coworkers. She'll say something and it's like a line from a song, so I'll start singing it, and it's usually like a super catchy song, and she's like, "Dang it, Gina, now it's gonna be stuck in my head." I'm like, "Oh, I can sing another one," and she's like, "No, because it's gonna be worse." Like, yeah.
Speaking
I know.
of which, it's in your head.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. So then my wife will just. What we found the cure for if you get a song stuck in your head, listen to the entire song. So there's something where people a lot smarter than me are like, it's your brain trying to connect the dots. It's like your brain looks for patterns and like you hear the song and your brain is trying to, but it doesn't remember everything. So if you listen to the entire song all the way through, you should get it out of your head and everything. Cause then your brain has connected the dots. I don't need that information anymore. It's fine. Everything like that. So from what I
try that. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna annoy the crap out of her today and see if that works. For science.
Yes, and then I found a dad joke too that's really great. Is where you go 1, 3, 5, 7. It's all odds because I can't even.
That's a good one. Oh my god. Noted.
And then what concert only cost 45 cents? 50 Cent and Nickelback.
Nickelback, yep. I was gonna say there's Nickelback in there somewhere. Yep.
Yep, and this inflation is getting so crazy that 50 Cent adjusted his name to 85 cents. So
yeah, you're right. Zombie is a great song to be humming all day through.
Oh yeah.
Zombie.
I do that on my own. My wife gets so mad. Just be like, zombie. She's like, no, it's in my head.
Yeah. My shrimps came yesterday. Well, you know, they came on stream and I put them in. They're all great. They're all great. Oh my gosh. They were zipping around.
Down. It's been a while. Yes. So I didn't get to see what shrimp you got though.
Yeah, I can show. Hold on, let me turn off my camera and adjust.
Okay.
Some of them are juvenile. They're not fully. Yeah. Well, some of them are of breeding size, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Let me change my camera to the back facing. Let me see if I can't find something really quick. Oh yeah, right there. There's a little yellow one.
Oh yeah, right on one.
Look at that. That's a bright yellow one.
There's a little dark guy up there. So he's actually blue, but he's super, super dark. He looks black.
Mm-hmm.
But if he comes to the front and he has the light behind him, then you can really tell he's blue. Oh, here we go.
Oh, you just got
couple
Skittles,
orange
right?
Down. Yeah, Skittles.
Okay.
And then let's go to this side.
Bigfoot fish tanks. Good morning, Dennis.
There we go. Couple little guys there.
Oh my gosh, those are pretty yellows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some yellow, there's some orange. There's a little red guy there on the heater.
Uh-huh.
On that side of the heater. Yeah.
Right there.
I just turned the light on, so they're all waking up. There we go. There's a few
Oh,
more
well,
up
look
there.
at the line.
4
Yeah.
on there. Is there 3
Look
or
at the
4?
queue. There's 4.
I think there's 3.
Oh, 3. Oh, it's a reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm
Well,
super excited.
Get up and moving.
Yeah. And my
Where
little
did you
tank.
get him from?
Brennan, Misfit.
Very nice.
And I seen Misfit in here earlier, didn't I? I didn't say hi.
Yep.
Good morning,
Yep.
Brennan.
Yeah. He said good morning. Let me
Okay.
switch back.
Okay. There we go. Beantown says, been busy. Just, oh my gosh, she got diagnosed with leukemia in January. Oh, I'm so sorry. You got chemo almost done 2 months ago. Yeah,
Nice.
I understand
Great job,
that.
Rita.
My sister is going through not leukemia, but cancer.
Yep. My sister-in-law is as well. And she has 2 more months of chemo as well. But they just had a PET scan of her body, and the tumors are shrinking.
That's what counts.
I'm somewhat of a superstitious person, so I'm knocking on wood. Make sure that they continue to shrink.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Exactly.
But yeah. So yeah.
Only Oscar says that she likes the realies, and I do too. I really do. I really like the realies. I like the 2-tone shrimp. So
Yeah.
They look like candy canes, like the red and clear.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
and they're
Like,
not
so
as,
yeah,
as PRLs.
I have a freshwater tank now, so I'm not just salty anymore.
You're not just salty.
Oh man, I don't know how you guys do it with salt water. That is so. Do you have an ROI filter in your house?
I do have an
yeah.
ROI.
Thank
Yep.
goodness.
Yeah.
My pet
Yep.
store has water change Wednesdays, so that they have they sell our RO water 25 cents a 5-gallon bucket. And
Okay.
I was thinking that oh my gosh, yeah, there's a way I could do it because I don't have an RO filter here, and it's just salt water terrifies me because I don't have a generator or whole home generator. So if something goes out, what happened to
Oh,
my
I don't
friend? Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm a huge like replacement.
Yeah.
I have backups for my backups. Like, so
I'm living on
I
the
get
edge.
paranoid.
I'm living on the
Living
edge.
on the edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, my friend lost like $3,000.
All right, Ed.
Yeah.
Love you,
If
Ed.
I lose my tank, I've got like at least 5,000 in it. So yeah, I'm definitely living on the edge. I'm living risky.
Power went out for 4 days in his neighborhood. He couldn't find a generator. Couldn't get a generator. Nothing. So.
Well, I learned from my boss that to help add oxygen back into water, you can add hydrogen peroxide.
Yep.
To the tank. It helps add oxygen back in the water.
It sucked too because it was during a 95-degree heat wave and everything just got cooked.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do about it. He tried desperately to try to cool the house off, was putting water bottles of ice in and everything like that to try to keep it cool, but nothing.
I do that for the axolotls.
Yep.
Right now because it's hot. And so Landon's room, that tank has 4 in it. And that one stays cold. And in my room, I've got 3. And I have like 20 water bottles in my freezer. I've got like 2 rows in the door that are just for all of my water bottles. And then once a day, I'll go in there. And usually I do it at night. That way it's got all night because the house will get cooler, at night. And so it'll stay cool all night. And then it takes it longer to heat up during the day. So then I'll just throw them in there again. But I was going to send, I wonder if I can do that.
I've lost power in the winter. So trying to keep the tanks warm is always fun. We always, every spring, we try to buy the hot hands on sale and keep those just in case. And we'll literally stick them to the outsides of the tanks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then put a blanket over it, wrap it up.
Yep.
That's always fun. It's always fun. We had to do that for our reptiles too. We actually ended up moving. I had a Pac-Man frog at the time. And we ended up moving. She was only in a 10-gallon. So we put her in front of the fireplace. We put her on the in front of the fireplace. Had the fire going to keep her warm.
Right.
And my corn snake, I had her in my hoodie with me. All wrapped up around me.
Body heat.
Oh, she loved it. She did not want to come out. She did not want to come out. I had to take like everything off to get her out.
You can't make me. No, it's warm and cozy.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, especially when the repair guy finally came because she like poked her head out of my hoodie. And he's like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's a snake. She's fine. She's fine."
They did.
Yeah, she just like poked her little head out.
Yeah. Is it still cold out there? Yeah. Okay.
I did, which I haven't released it yet, but I did the interview with the people at Aquashella, and I had this big albino snake on me, and its head is like right here. The whole time I'm doing this interview, and I'm, back and forth, and I'm moving. I'm trying to act like it doesn't bother me, but I am like cringing on the inside.
That's so cute.
It was like all I had to do was go.
No.
Oh God, they have like they don't have fangs. They have like
no, they don't. They don't have venom, but just the bite would have hurt.
Oh yeah, they have like hooked teeth.
Yeah, the bite would have hurt. But
my brother had a 9-foot Burmese python growing up. And yeah, it was nuts. That thing when it was shed, like the only time it was angry was when it was shedding. That's the only time you couldn't handle it. Couldn't go, like you walked by its cage and it just whap, it hit the glass. And see you walk by. Yeah. So and it break its teeth on the glass too. Like nuts. Like they would grow. So nothing, no harm, no foul. But
yeah, I was gonna say there's 2 different bites usually with snakes. There's the scared bite, which is more of like an open mouth slap. And yeah, so that would probably be why it broke its teeth. It's more like an open mouth slap. Yeah. Versus like a food bite where you latch on.
Yeah. Where
But
it's
Justin says, Jess, I need an AC. I have an AC. It's just a mobile home, so there's leak, Yep. Just happens.
That
and
happened
it's
also one of my friends.
degrees outside.
Yep, that happened to my friend too. He didn't have bubblers in any of his tank. He hated bubblers. He had all of water movers. I can't think of the name right now. But the pumps that move the water around, a wave makers. So he had a bunch of those, and he had about 6 tanks in a trailer home. But he unfortunately, it was in Michigan. It'll be 49 degrees in the middle of the night, and then 85 in the middle of the day. So he didn't turn his air conditioning on. And it just cooked. Everything was just deoxygenated. All the water lost its oxygen because it got up to around 85, 90 degrees in that in there, and it just cooked. I don't want to say cooked everything, but it
it overheated.
Yeah, warm water doesn't hold as much oxygen as cold water, so because they didn't have bubbles, and that's where I don't want to say hate because it's a strong word, but I hate bubbles. I hate them so much. I cannot stand them. It's not natural or anything like that. So I just sorry. I just had a heart attack.
I like bubbles.
A meeting just started in my my little corner thing.
Not rising.
Me. But yeah, bubbles, I feel like it's just so unnatural. Like I love the natural feel of things, and bubbles, unless you're in a waterfall or things like that, just aren't natural. So I try to hide my bubbles as best as I can. But now I always make sure I have bubbles, just because it doesn't matter if I don't like them. The safety of the fish is number one priority to me.
Yeah.
So even if I don't like them, they're in the tank just to keep everything alive, because I'm not going to be the reason. Oh, do you have the emergency pump?
Go ahead.
Oh, do you have that emergency battery pump?
Well, so I come home last night. It was after dark. I got home like at 9:30, almost 10 o'clock last night. And I come in here and I see this. It's baby bubbles.
Yep.
Well, ours don't look like this. We have the, USB port, ones, and this one is run by battery, but it's normally used for fishing. They get these to put in the buckets for fishing, and I don't even know if it works. I haven't put new batteries in it yet, but the guy that one of our friends is another deputy sheriff, but he fishes a lot, and he was going through his truck and he found it, and he said, "Give this to Jess." So I was like, cool, yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, Brennan really likes those, especially like he'll have like 5 of them whenever he goes to the Triple Crown, because that's what he's planning on bringing his tank water, so he can start acclimating fish as soon as he gets them.
Yeah,
he likes those.
I've got 5, I think. I've lost some somewhere.
Well, they're so small; it's easy to do.
Yeah.
I got 4 tanks, so I got 4 of them, and then I also have 4 of the Aquarium Co-op battery backup pumps and everything like that. So yeah,
the rechargeable one.
Yep, you got to have backups for your backups, because if things don't break at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, they break New Year's Eve at 11:59, or Christmas Eve at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I always make sure knock on wood. I always try to make sure I have backups for my backups because at one point I had 3 FX6s in my basement because PetSmart was accepting their 15, 20, and 25% coupons. You were only allowed to use them at one at a time, but something in their computer allowed you to use all 3 of them if you had, not a seasoned employee that knew that. So I would go to PetSmart, the FX6, and you could use the coupons like multiple times too. So I would just go put it in, be like, okay, I have all these 3. Okay, $125, cool, bring it back. Hey, Craigslist, $200, brand new FX6. Boom, there you go. All right, come back. And I was just selling FX6s. So I had 3 down in my basement at one point because I have an FX6 on my 75. Unfortunately, too many people were like, "Oh, on Facebook, look what I did! Like I cheated the system and got it really cheap."
They routed it out.
Yeah, and so obviously, PetSmart employees are on these, forums
Yep.
and Facebook and everything like that. So they're just going to be like, hey, boss, I found a glitch in the system. So it was an employee was super sweet one time because I did come in and I used it, or I had used all 3 before, and then they stopped it. And she's like, I was buying something else, and she was like, "Oh, do you want to use your 2 other coupons?" And I was like, "Oh, you're so sweet, thank you, but no, you can't. I already know you're gonna do it. It's gonna ring up, and you can't do it. You're gonna call a manager over, and then she's gonna berate you for trying to do that. So let me save you that, honey. I'm just gonna use the 25% off."
Yeah. Oh, dadgummit. I wish Pinnacle could have used those also.
Yeah, I know. It was nuts.
Thunder Aquatics.
For at one point, the cheapest one I got was $75 because I had bought the 75-gallon from PetSmart, so I had all those treat points or whatever, and so I used that, and I was like, "Oh my god, I got an MX6 for $75!" You run it out of stuff, right?
Fishy Mine and Thunder Aquatics and Owlet Socks. Hi everyone. Good morning.
Thunder.
Thanks for joining us. Beantown Breakdown says that he had a 250-gallon freshwater tank in high school. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially to have as a teenager.
That's where we're looking for a new house here in Metro Detroit, and somebody put a house on for sale that has a 1,000-gallon koi pond in the basement, and 200-gallon kitchen top, saltwater frag tank. And it's like, I'm like, my wife, we can't find anything, so we can sell our house like that. That.
Oh yeah, right.
By the end of the day today, we can sell our house, but we can't find anything. Right. Is a UP, So I was just like, Gina, we need to get on this right now. And she's like, oh wow, you're passionate about this because of the whole house hunting thing. She's like, what do you think of this house? I'm like, it's already sold. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, talk to Mike tomorrow, our realtor. Talk to Mike tomorrow. Hey Mike, is this house sold? Yep. So it's like anything goes on the market, it's off the market, and it's super annoying. However, I can't wait till I have to sell my house. But then too, when you go try to buy a house too, and they're like, hey, I want to buy this house. They're like, great, can you pay us right now? Like, no, I have to actually sell my house first, and then I can pay you, and then you can sell.
But so many people do that though. That's called something.
I forget the name of it. Consignment? I don't want to say consignment, but
yeah, no, it's not consignment, but it is something where you have to sell yours. Contingent, maybe?
Yes, maybe contingency. The contingency of me selling my house is I will then purchase yours.
Yeah, but it puts it on hold for. I mean, it does kind of secure the home for you while you get yours sold and all. But maybe look out. If you work from home, can you work outside of where y'all are, or move outside of where you live now, or y'all want to stay right there?
My wife, she does work for a local company, although she only goes in the office once or twice a week, and she does work from home. She does have that option to work remotely. I have the option to work remotely, so yeah, we could technically move anywhere in the U.S., but she is half Mexican and half Italian, so just huge Catholic, huge families all over, and we have so much help here in Metro Detroit. I mean, anytime we want to go on a date, there's at least 5 hands raised to take the kids.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's super, super helpful. And her family, I love her family like my own. I cannot thank them enough for all the help and love that they give us and to me. It's truly something, because I just have my dad, my mom, and my brother here in Michigan, and then I have family in Illinois and Iowa and Minnesota and North Carolina and California, but there's no one outside my immediate family here in Michigan. So to be able to have that help from her extended family is just so much help. Not only that, but like, oh my gosh, hey, our air conditioner just broke. Oh, hey, call your cousin. Doesn't her brother-in-law work for an AC repair person? So it's super helpful in that aspect too. The connections.
Connections are good.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, you guys, it is time for our mid-morning break.
And I'm actually going to, I got to run to the airport and pick up fishies.
All right, Gina, well, thank you, and be careful.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Yeah. She's so great.
Yeah.
Just take that old tank off the shelf. I didn't keep it all by myself. I just got one thing to say to you though. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. Bigger substrate, gravel, sand. Are you an aqua soil, a dirty man? There's only one thing that I know. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Don't put goldfish in a boat. Put some rosin and some driftwood. Add some plants and make it look real good. Fill it up and you're good to go. Just don't put goldfish in that boat. Call me the fish police, what you will. It's just a fish that I don't want you to kill. Nice, better, or some cool minnows. Please don't put goldfish in that boat. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Just don't put goldfish in a boat. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Just don't put goldfish in a boat. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Just don't put goldfish in a boat. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. A nice tank really soothes the soul. Feed your fish and watch them go. Just don't put goldfish in a boat. Stop putting goldfish in a boat. One, two, three.
Hi, Fish Fam! Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost effective. You're not alone. Millions of businesses across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as the majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
All right, and we are back.
Back, baby. And now the social media lady, that is your sister, right?
Yes.
I love her voice. I don't know why. Maybe because I hear it every day. But
Yes, she has a very strong voice. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't. I have a fun, I don't know. If you matter, it fits. Like, the person, if you don't know the person and then you hear their voice, sometimes you seem like it doesn't fit. You wouldn't put that voice with that person per se. But her voice goes with her personality. I mean, it just strong to me.
Yeah. And Grant at Crayfish Empires is a great person. So I highly
Heck yes.
supporting Crayfish Empires.
Yes. Definitely. Jeremiah, good to see you. We've got a lot of stuff to do on this second half. We have got 2 races to do today.
Oh, man.
And we've got fish story. And we've got coffee cup. And we've got the lineup for the weekend.
Ooh.
So we are going to get started with fish story first.
Okay.
Because while that's going, I will be getting the races ready because I've got to enter all the names.
Right.
That takes me a minute.
Races to your marks.
That's right. But first, I've got to find my fish story.
Story.
That's not it.
Which is another segment that is so cool. I love Alex. I love knowledge. Like, if you're freely giving me knowledge, then I love you. So
Yeah. Yes, I am so happy that he does this for us and of course for his members, but it started with us because I asked him. Hopefully I think it's gonna start where we ended yesterday. So let me hit these buttons here.
Do not put them in your local water sources.
Gonna start already.
And
Fish story.
say hello to our new neighbors. Hope you guys are having a good week, and I'll talk to you on the other side of 100 episodes. Take care, and thanks again, everybody. Back to you at the Aquatic Morning Show, guys. Bye. Hey, guys, what is going on? It's Alex Williamson, and we are on Friday's episode of Fishery. So, on the theme of invasive species of fish, I thought we would talk about an interesting study out of Montreal. So, they did a study there with ichthyologists and statisticians and the mathematicians of the university and the biology department. And what they did is they basically figured out how many individual fish in the St. Lawrence Seaway or in the city of Montreal. So, okay, let me step back. So first what they did was they figured out how many miles of coastline were urban or suburban with pet owners. And so then they figured out by going to pet stores and asking people straight up, and anonymously, by the way, they asked them, have you ever dumped fish after keeping them? And the answer from 28% was yes. And that's a bummer for one, but this is coming out of large pet stores too. So this is first time pet owners. This is big time fish keepers. This is people with it's everybody. And they surveyed these people, and this is Canada, by the way, too. So it may be different elsewhere. But they then said, well, how many of you have dumped more than one fish into a waterway just to get rid of it when you're either tired of it? And they did a whole survey about why they did it and those sort of things too. But they determined that essentially 7% of the fish keeping population on an annual basis releases fish into bodies of water. Now that sounds really awful, and it is. However, most of them said they did so hoping that the fish would live for a few months in summer and then just die slowly. I guess they thought that would be the natural thing to do, seemed to be the main answer. But, like they would get cold and then that would be the end of them. However, that's not the case with certain species. And so what they did is they figured out with all the miles of coastline with populations in these urban areas around large freshwater bodies of water, they then figured out how many of each species was sold in the hobby and found the top 50 most popular fish sold by talking to importers, store owners. I think in Montreal alone, they talked to 81 store owners, importers, and sellers of fish. And then they talked to the fish keepers, and they found that number of 7%. So every fish has a threshold, basically, and it changes on the environment. It changes on food supplies, the health of the fish, the species of the fish, how many eggs they have, when they lay eggs, when they spawn, if they're live bears, all these different things. But every fish species has what they call a proliferation quotient. And the proliferation quotient is essentially how many of these fish need to be released into a given waterway that could plausibly travel far enough and find each other. So, I mean, you could release a guppy in Detroit and a guppy in Montreal, and they'll probably never see each other, even if they do survive the summer in the top water of the waterway. So they found that basically only 6 species in the hobby were a threat in the north. Miami, pretty much every species was viable. However, when you get to Georgia, it's cut down to something like 30 or 40 species. And when you get north of kind of Georgia, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, the deep south, basically, and the frost line, when you get to areas where it freezes annually, all of a sudden it wipes out all but, I believe they said 20 of 5,000 species they considered common in the hobby. Now, when they figured all of that out, this is a big sweeping study to try to figure out legislation in Canada. They figured out which ones were the biggest threats. And they found that if everybody in Canada followed the pattern of 7% of fish owners putting fish in the water, and the type of fish they owned were surveyed, they said that, the average of how many fish would be going into the Great Lakes, for instance, how many goldfish would be like 500 a year or so. How many guppies would be around 500 to 600 a year. Platies, another 500 or 600. Neon tetras, another 500 to 600. mollies, zebra danios, swordtails, and bettas. Now, what gets interesting is when they talk about things like goldfish. So goldfish can survive the winter, and they're already known to be in the Great Lakes. The wild form of the carp and the koi and the goldfish species that have basically gone back to being feral, both exist with domestic traits in a lot of waterways. And that's been known for a long time. In fact, 1840 was the first time that somebody complained about there being goldfish in the waterways of the St. Lawrence River, which is 30 years before goldfish are even mentioned being imported by most sources. Or if you Google it, like supposedly there weren't goldfish here at that time. Yet there's other sources in text, multiple within a 10-year period, but one as early as 1840 mentioning, hey, there's goldfish in the little runoff areas and ponds and things that are fed by the St. Lawrence River. Pretty astounding information. And, you know, to be honest, maybe people were closer to the land back then. Maybe they knew more what was going on with the river on their property, the waterway, the fish, catching things, subsisting off of things. So they then figured out that the real fish that was the issue that's not already established in these waterways is the white cloud minnow. And the white cloud minnow can survive down to around 5 degrees Celsius. It can withstand freezing temperatures under the ice in deep bodies of water. And they figure that about 117 to 122 are released every year by their math, which, I mean, you could argue with it all day, with the way they did the collection of information, the answers, and even how they counted what species are included and so forth. But it was an interesting study because even by this very liberal assessment, in the sense that like they assumed the worst for everything. They talked to the biologists and ichthyologists, said how cold can they survive, and then they gave it a little bit of wiggle room, and then, you know, they said how many need to be in a body of water to multiply, how many eggs do they have, how many live births do they give, whatever it may be. And then they figured out the number of fish that would need to be released into the Great Lakes and tried to figure out what species in the hobby could be a problem theoretically. If everybody went, you know, one day and released them all in the shore or in the same area, the same bay, which fish could be a species. And basically it came down to goldfish, koi, weather loaches, a number of like goodyead species also, and then flagfish, least killifish, and the big one is obviously dojo loaches that they worry about and that are already there. And the one that the U.S. doesn't really seem to worry about, nor have we really had a ton of reports of it establishing, is the mountain minnow, which happens to be extinct in its native range, basically. So kind of interesting that even in this study, only one species was deemed really a possible threat to the northern waterways of the Great Lakes and connecting bodies of water. Down in the deep south, it's a very different story. But I found that very interesting. And even in Canada's assessment, which, like I said, it's pretty liberal and gives a lot of hypothetical leeway, using biologists and statisticians, kind of this combined effort that I've never seen such a thorough workup of this info. And they go down and they give you a list, which is kind of interesting to look at because, you know, after the first 10, they've got tiger barbs, plecostomus, cully loaches, cardinal tetras, corridoras, angelfish, black neon tetras, harlequin rasboras, white cloud minnows. So they come in pretty high on the list. Dwarf gouramis, Chinese algae eaters, Siamese algae eaters, Norman's lamp-eye killies, clown loaches, lemon tetras, silver tip tetras, black phantom tetras, bloodfin tetras, black line penguin fish, jewel tetras, golden autocyclus, which I don't know why they're calling them that, but it's just your common autocyclus. And then the firehead tetra, which we call the Serpa tetra. So in any case, odd some of the names that are used, maybe just different trade names in Montreal and Quebec, which do speak French also. So interesting study though. And I think it's evidence for us not to worry about most of the species, honestly, even if most aquarium keepers were as neglectful as this says. And I don't quite buy that, but I'm curious what your take is, and if you have any thoughts on this. So that's the news this week. That's the amazing new and improved all in one use utility news from Fishery. I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.
Yay! Thank you, Alex. I don't know why I'm waving.
A lot of times he's in chat.
No.
I haven't seen him yet this morning, but we've got Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics has made it in. Good morning. Good to see you.
I have been seeing some amazing reviews about John Oliver's fish. So
yes.
Check him out on Facebook. Yep.
Bunch on Band is there. Like, I get emails now daily, and I end up with like 30 of them from Band. I haven't listed anything there yet, but apparently that's where to go. Once you figure out that line, I guess. I don't know. I'm still working on it, but
I am terrified of shipping fish.
Oh,
absolutely. Just, I know I shouldn't be, but I just can't.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of Anubias I want to send to Steven. But it's like, okay, I got so wound up here in the beginning of spring, and now it's like summer, and it's like, I don't have any cool packs. I don't want to send it to him and have it just, because it's Anubias too, so I don't want it to melt and everything.
Right.
But
it would take a long time for Anubias to melt, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know, it's such a hardy plant too.
Right.
No,
but I am. I think it would be fine.
Yeah. I know. I have a few snippets of, because he sent me so many plants and so much stuff, but I want to send him some stuff.
Right.
So he loves Anubias, and I have extra. I got 2 pots of Anubias, golden Anubias from Aquarium Co-op, and these things were just overflowing. Like, so I was able to snip and cut 17 different plants, different cuttings off of 2 pots from Aquarium Co-op.
Wow.
So yeah, I get all my plants from the co-op. They are always, Corey like undersells them and then over delivers, or like the always like the crypts are gonna melt. Like if you come in, the crypts will melt. I always get fully formed crypts that already have their ruffled leaves and everything like that. And it's just I put them in, and all of a sudden, oh hey, another crypt just popped up before I even had a chance to put a root tab in. Yeah, I love co-op's plants. They do a really great job.
I have a video of my axolotls.
Ooh.
Y'all want to see him?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Let me see. I was trying to get it to pull up, but I had to make it. I had it as private, but I needed to make it unlisted so it'll pull it up. Hit pause. I had to do. Did this video. I had somebody that's texting me wanting video, so I needed to take some video. So this video is of the 5 that I have and a 40 that I have separated, or divided. But these are the babies that I raised up that came from Suzy Q.
Yay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's one of the ones I'm keeping.
Cool.
Not all of these in this tank I'm keeping, but these two Lucy's I am keeping.
Gorgeous.
And she wanted a worm really bad. Really bad.
Oh man.
They're getting red wigglers now. So
Okay.
I think they do get big enough to eat earthworms. And they probably are big enough now to start eating earthworms because the red wigglers that we're getting in now are so small.
Mm.
I don't know if they're running short on them or what, but I'm doing my own worm bed now, but it's got to grow, you know.
Right.
But look how dark that guy is on the left. I'll
Wow.
turn my phone will turn in a minute, I think. I think I turn it to the side. It's a better view of it. Let's see. Yeah. Come on. Did that help?
Oh, I love
Yes.
the spots.
That helped. Yes. Yeah, that one is that one does glow too. When I had the blue light on, his eyes are green. His or her, I don't know if it's a her or he yet. But I just automatically call the dark ones or the wild ones he's and the white ones she's.
God, they're so cool.
They are pretty cool. That one right there, that intake is not very powerful. Yeah, but she likes to lean up against it because it holds her down. It keeps her in place. And that one right there is not as dark as the other one.
Right, it's a little grayer.
Yeah, that one also has got high iridophores, which I don't know if you can see, but in the tail, it's got like silver specks, which
Oh yeah, when it turns
like flakes, like little silver flakes.
well, mica flakes.
Yeah, and those are iridophores. And the more iridophores and where they're at, the more they cost, per se. And that one right there, you can kind of see its eyes glowing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it glows as well under light.
So cool. Well, they look like just like overgrown tadpoles. It's so cool.
I know. They're cool though. They really are. I think I have a video of one of them coming up and it keeps biting my finger.
Nom,
But-
nom, nom.
Oh, she's not biting hard. And, you know, all she's looking for is a worm, really.
Mhm.
Because I feed them all individually. I don't drop the worms in there for them to get the worms, only because I don't want worms, dead worms, sitting in the, yeah. So
Rotten.
I make sure that they eat them. And they're getting like 3 each.
They look big.
They are. Those are, they're about 5 inches long now. Oh, Greg, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but back in the day, we'd use those for bait and bass fishing. Throw one big bass bed, and they are all going to eat it. Get caught full grown. Wow. Full grown. Y'all fished with full grown ones. Wow.
Whoa.
Right?
Oh, and I see the
Yeah, my water bottles.
cold water exchange.
Uh-huh. That's why it's up there. It's getting closer to the colder water bottles, to the colder water.
Mhm.
They are fun though.
Mm-hmm. What plant is that you have in there?
It's is it Trident Java Fern?
Okay.
I think that's a good picture of her there.
Oh yeah. When she unfurls her little gills,
Yes.
flares them. Oh, like he just did.
Yep.
They look like little dragons. They're so cool.
That's what I call them, little water dragons. Therapy. They are always so fascinating. Yeah. I think they're cool, but see, he's got eratophores in him too. So I think I am keeping him because he's the one that has the most eratophores in him. And then the 2 Lucy's, there's 4 in this tank that I'm keeping, I believe. One of them I'm not. Yeah, he's the high one, high in eratophores. And then my friend John, he took 3 Lucy's, and 2 of these, he's got one that's a super glow, and then she is a super glow, which means she glows a lot more brighter than the one next to her, the Lucy next to her.
And do we know why they glow?
Yeah, but can I explain it right now? No. They glow. I don't know. There, I turned it sideways so we could see, but now it's not gonna. But that's the tank. If you want to turn your head to the right, yeah. If you want to turn your head to the right or the left, and that's the tank. That's how I have it divided, and they're doing really good. And I put those pipe. That's just PVC that I'm using to give them little places to hide in. And most of the time, the light don't have. I never turn the light on that bright, but I did for this picture. But for the picture, but I don't ever turn it this bright. But anyway, you know,
they're little cuties.
Yeah. I thought they were cute. And my freaking, I keep trying to get right beside me, I've got my 3 baby L333s. And they coming out to eat because I won't let them take their food in their cage or in their little hideaway. So I put it out in front so I can try to get video, and they come out. But as soon as I get the camera close to them, they're gone.
Yep.
Just gone.
That's how my snowball my L201s are. I'm like, oh my God, they're out. Let me just. Yeah. Oh no, it's gone.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man.
All right. I think it's time to run a race or two. So we're going to do the end of week race, which even though there's only one day on this day, it does end on a different month. Right. So this week will go on July. So is it that one? Yeah. This is the end of week race. This end of week will go on July's. Okay.
Ooh, there I am.
There we go. All right.
Race
Here we go.
Take your mark. Set.
Good.
Go. Who's gonna come out to an early lead and lose? Skipper, who's he got? Comes Guardians. Guardians out in front. Lady Rochette coming on the outside. Who's powering up? Too Schooly. Too Cooley's powering. Skipper's powering. Who's gonna get it? Skipper!
Okay, who was it? Skipper. 1. Oh, this music is awful. It's awful, I tell you. All right. Skipper one, end of month, end of week. He gotta say that right. Skipper. All right. This is July. All right. And now there's only 3 for end of month for June. Not real sure why. I guess there was only 3 weeks because I probably did the same thing that I'm doing now. I took the last week off of the last month and put it on because that's why. All right, man, everybody not very talkative today for a Friday.
I bet it's the holiday weekend. Everybody's traveling.
Maybe. Yeah, everybody's kind of quiet. But we've got one more race, but this one is short, or names are the list is not that long. It's only 3 of them. So give me a second and I enter their names.
Set it back up.
We're gonna have let's see, Miss Lori, Master Fish Gal.
Oh, Bunny Viper just ordered a Super Glow Lucy from you.
Oh, sweet. And
did you? And Lori wants to know if you had a chance to add 2 Cooley for Schoolie.
to
I believe the end of month.
I don't know yet.
Oh, Fish Stream, stop it! Get out of here, Fish Stream.
So I've got
Sky Dancer,
Monster Fish Gal, Lady Warshak, and Darlene's tanks. What am I missing, Lori?
Bunny Viper. I have to rock. I legally have to. It's in my last name, so I have to.
Yes, that was one of the weeks. I've just not emailed me. Okay.
I've just not emailed you.
Okay. For the end of month, it's and 2 Cooley for Schoolie. Okay. I didn't have 2 Cooley for Schoolie.
So Lori says end of month, it's Lori, Lady Roshak, Darlene, and 2 Cooley.
Okay. All right. Let me get that put in there.
I trust Lori.
Oh, yeah. Well, she does this for me. She puts it, right. She keeps up with it for me. There's no way I would be able to. I mean, shit. No.
Yeah, Lori.
Nope. See, y'all can really thank Miss Lori for me being able to do these, because otherwise it wouldn't happen. I wouldn't be able to do it. How? Let me see. I'm going to do this. So there is 4 for June. Two Cooley for school. 2 Cooley. I always I never spell it right. I'm probably still not going to spell it right, but I might. Who knows? All right. Let's see. Done. 32nd. No. That's too long for that. Well, whatever. Okay, we'll do it. No. We'll do it for 20. Set. All right. All right. This is for the end of month for June.
Did you see chat?
What? No. What? For the end of month, it's
Somebody gifted 5 memberships.
What?
Somebody gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, I can't see that because I'm on the. I'm not on the YouTube side. Hang on, let me get there.
Well, Ben, New Local Austin, Rising Sun, 503 Aquatics, and Bigfoot are now members.
Awesome! Sweet. That's cool. Stop, phone. Phone's talking to me.
I just realized that I was able to gift memberships on your channel now. So I have gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, sweet. People. Thank you. That is awesome.
Yes. So after the race, we can dance. But
okay. All right. I'm trying to get it. Well, pulled up.
You're welcome, Dennis.
Trying to get something done. It's just not moving. It's not moving very fast. Come on. Come on.
Whip, so you would want to, you have to be on a desktop computer.
Come on.
Or a laptop or something like that.
Okay, it's slowly coming up. All right. We are going to run the race first. All right. Good luck. Can you see it? Do I have it going? It's up?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Up. All right. Here we go.
It's not very competitive music.
Yeah, I need to like mute it and play a different song during it. But
Lori.
All right. Good, Miss Lori won. Sweet. Congratulations, Miss Lori. Okay, I gotta write them down.
Yay, Lori.
Okay, I got that. Skipper. I guarantee you if Skipper was here, he would have gifted his because he's already got
keychain.
Yep. And
that music is good, clean, and wholesome.
Wholesome. And then Miss Lori. End of month for June. All right. So Miss Lori gets a coffee cup and a shirt. Miss Lori, let me know if you want the premium long sleeve or short sleeve. And I do still have last month's to do too. So I do know that. Working on it. That's all I can say. And you will
Bentley
get it
hi.
Eventually.
Bentley Pasco says hi.
Hey, Bentley. Happy Friday. All right. All right. Now, back to that, what you did.
Yep.
So.
I gifted.
Oh, I see that up at the top. Allow gifts on my channel. Yes. Choose whether others can gift you. Yes. Sweet.
Yay.
Cool.
You just got 5 new members.
Bark at everything. I'm so sorry.
They just wanted to sing the song of their people. Who's a lip reader?
Hush. Okay. Right. Yeah. Lefty, hello. Good to see you, man.
Hey.
All right. All right. Now, let me think. What do we got left? It's Friday. And coffee cup.
Dance. We got to dance.
Oh, we got to dance for the thing. That for the memberships. Oh, that's right. I gotta dance.
Always important when you dance. You always put a face on that you just smelled a really bad fart. That's how you dance. It's the best way to dance.
That was fun.
Jimmy P.
Okay. Woo! Corgi Strike Squad. That's right, Bentley. That's right. 3 of them headed off to the door. Like the Corgi Bark Squad.
Mm-hmm. And now I apologize for interrupting with a dance break, but I think you said coffee cup sponsors. Before I said
yes, coffee cup sponsors. Okay, that's next. I was reading chat. I need Miss Dee Dee. I need you to send me a new coffee cup thing. But I need John Oliver to send me his stuff. Because John Oliver is a coffee cup sponsor, you guys. But I need his stuff. Okay, here we go. Have a cup. There we go. God, it feels like everything's going so
How do you not love fiddle music? Who doesn't love fiddle music? How do you not love the fiddle?
Yep, I do. I like the violin too, though.
Oh yeah.
So, and what's that other one? It's like it's
Viola.
like in between. No, it's in between like a guitar and a fiddle. It's I think played a lot in South Louisiana.
Buddy Viper is trying to get me to twerk. This is a family show. And I'm not wearing my leggings.
Hey. Yeah, how big that super chat gonna get?
Uh-oh. We got another one.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
June.
Do the dance, Eric. Do the dance. All right, hang on. Hang on. Here we go. what the guys did like on Tuesday, right?
I know because I was stuck in meetings all day. I didn't get the chance to rewatch. I believe
worked on screen
oh,
for the super chat.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
There you go, Leon.
I'm all upper body. I can do nothing with the hips. That was just
jiggle.
the bunny.
It was a jiggle.
It's just like my money. It doesn't jiggle. Oh yeah.
Okay, how about the lineup for the weekend, you guys? How about the lineup?
Oh Lord.
And now for your weekend live streams in Eastern Standard Time starting on Friday. And happy birthday, James at Fish Room Fever, and happy belated birthday, Bob Steenfott. It's starting off at 5 a.m. on Rumbo's Aquatics. That's right, get up early. And at 10, it's the Aquatic Morning Show on Mainsails, Fur, and Fins with Jess and the crew. At 12, it's My Fish Takes Aquatics. John. And at 2, it's Afternoon Chat Delight on Rico Stan's channel. And at 4, it's Aquarium Adventures with Graham. And it's the Ed and Lefty Variety Show at 4:30 on Chattanooga Ed's channel. And at 6, it's Stay Fishy Friday on Ohio Fish Rescue Channel. And also at 6 is Cold Water Aquatics with Brandon and Aquatic Mess. Then you have The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium at 7 with Alex. At 7:30, it's Aquamalik. And Hippie John the Fisherman, Whizzle Aquatics. 7:30 on Hippie John's channel. At 8:30, it's Father Fish. And at 9:30, Friday night with LRB Aquatics, Mr. Plecko. And at 10:30, it's Friday Night Fish Talk on Fish Room Fever's channel this week. The Booty Boys are back. That's James, Kenny, and Ed. And 11:30 is In the Den with Big Tank Hank. And that concludes the Friday night program. And now for the Saturday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. And we start off with Team Detritus at 8 a.m. on Terry's Tropical Takes. Next up is Saturday Morning Cartoons on 503 Aquatics with Shanna and Jason. Depths Unknown. Following that is Saturday Morning Live on Jimmy P's Aquariums, 12 noon. And at 12, it's been a chart. And also at 12 is Mob Guppy. It's Peter. And at 2, it's Fish Lance Emas. And at 4, it's Famous and Fish Keeping with Lady Metalhead. And at 6, it's Mississippi Hippie. That's Sherry with Aquariums as Therapy. At 7, it's Discus Talk with Tammy. 7 is also Saturday with Fish Speaks with Scotty the Fisher. And also at 7 is Wild About Hurts in the Den with Big Tank Chair. And at 8 is Fishing Fever or Chattanooga Ed or Rika Stan, or maybe all 3 of them together. And at 9 on Glassbox Hero Channels, Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. And at 9:30, it's Finney's Aquatics. And at 11 is Punchy Paints with Pam and Bob. And now for the Sunday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. And we start off the morning with Depths Unknown at 8. That's Jason, Degenerate Fish Keeper, if you didn't know. And at 11, it's Our Aquatic Universe with Mike. And at 12, it's Mike's Aquatics and Things with the Sunday Brunch. And at 1, it's Sunday Sharpie on Sharpie's Fishing Phantoms. And at 2, it's Two Peas in a Pod on Jimmy P Aquarium channel. That's Jimmy P and Mary Page. And at 3, it's the Sunday Stream on Brienne's Fish Fam channel with Brienne, Dave, and Sadie. At 4, it's Aqua Malik. And at 5, Science Scout Aquatics with Carrie and Jesse. And looky, at 6, it's Skipper's Aquariums with the Skipper. And at 7, it's Q Aquatics with Susie Q. At 8 is Tea and Fish Mafia on Kaler's Aquatics with a whole bunch of Mafia folks up in there. And at 9, it's the Sunday night stream on Danica Aquatics with Kenny and Danny. And at 10, you have Griffin's Fish Room with Griffin. And at 11:30, you have Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics with Brennan. And Liquid Zoo, Matt. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.me and Lefty32138. Thanks for your live stream calendar on your site as well.
Dee Dee's the best. Oh, there you go.
I'm actually getting them on video. Why am I whispering like they can hear me?
Plecos have very sensitive ears. We all know that.
Right?
They see your lips moving, they'll run.
They do. Yeah, for real.
Well, while you're doing that,
I got good video of him just then.
nice. I wanted to give a shout out to Bunny Viper. She's going to be on Hank's channel tonight.
All right.
And also
Deal.
to Carrie at Science Scale Aquatics. She's going to be launching her website this weekend.
Awesome, Carrie. Good job. I know she's been working on that for a while. It's hard to get freaking websites
I
done.
can only imagine. It's
I mean, like I did mine. Well, I'm not finished with it, but through Vistaprint, it's pretty, easy to put together, and you just pay for everything pretty much.
right.
But she did everything. Like she did everything.
She built her website.
Yeah, like from the back side and front side and east and west and north and south. Yeah.
Holy cow.
She did it all. I can't do it, nor do I have the time to figure out how to do it. One day when I got guppies done, and I'm gonna have Papa Shrimp is actually gonna do that one for me. I'll have that one done one day, but right now it'll just still be under main sales for bins, and I'll just relaunch that one. But it'll have a Got Guppies page.
Right.
So, anywho, we are over and out of time. This has been a fun stream, Eric. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you guys for the super stickers and super chats. On the way out, I'm going to play the birthday song for James tomorrow and
Bob.
Sing Bob. Yes. Yeah. So you guys, happy birthday, belated and before from the Aquatic Morning Show. Thank you to the lurkers and the replay crew and people here today. Thank you guys for being here. If you weren't here, we wouldn't be here. So you make it. And congratulations on the winners from the end of month and the end of week.
We love you, Dee Dee. It's okay.
I think I have covered everything. If not, you can email me. And I may get it read by Sunday. No. Yeah. Anyway. Love you guys. We'll be back Monday morning. No. Yes. No. Wait. That's the 4th. Yes, I'll be here, though.
And today is Canada Day, too. Today is Canada Day. It's Canada's 4th of July. Yeah. Happy Canada Day, everybody.
Canada Day.
Yes.
Yes. Happy Canada Day. And, I will be here on the 4th of July. We will play on Monday. And then I'll go play at the lake.
Yeah, I actually have Monday off, so cool. Barring anything
the morning?
I don't know, it's on the calendar because I don't have a calendar, but I
write it on there.
Yeah, I will plan to be here Monday. So
all right. So thank you guys. We'll see you on Monday morning on the 4th of July.
Bye guys. Love you.
If I can find the birthday song, there it is.
Happy birthday to you. It's your day. Don't throw it away. I've come to celebrate in a big way. Another year. So come on and cheer. It's the birthday last frontier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We're having a good time, making me feel fine. I wish the day would never come to an end. So come on and party, and one day you will see that it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.